11 p.m. I just took a shower, threw on my sweatshirt, and I had a lot on my mind. I already recorded the last video you guys saw today, and I've just had a lot on my mind, and I had a really good counseling session today, and I wanted to chat with you guys about that, if that's cool. I know you can't really respond, but I'm gonna do it anyway. But I have a lot of discussions, also maybe putting lotion on, about boundaries and why it's okay to have them and when it's okay to have them. So a lot of people have difficulty trusting people with boundaries. By that I mean a lot of people are afraid to state, what they do and what they don't stand for. What I mean by that is, for me, I am a pretty independent person, and I know what I want in life. I know what I need and what I don't. I know what gives and takes away my energy, and I'm not going to waste my time with people who are going to take away from my energy or are going to treat me like I'm worth less than I am, because I know my worth. I've been through about 5 years of therapy, and I know that I'm not here to mess around. I want to meet real people and have real connections with them. And that scares a lot of people. And some people, when you put those boundaries in place, they are often scared of that because we're taught to, people please and, change yourself to fit other people's standards, to make them more comfortable. But there is a way to have boundaries in place while also being respectful to other people and being kind and, receptive and communicative. There are ways to do that. But I think there's a lot of stigma around people who show their boundaries as being like hard people to be around, just difficult and not wanting to conform to other people's ways, if you get what I'm saying. And I think that's crazy, because it's important to have boundaries. It's important to know your limits, because if you don't know your limits, then other people can treat you in any way they want and you won't know any better. That was me, even just a year ago. I would let people walk all over me or abuse my kindness, because I'm a really excellent friend. That is one thing I know for a fact about myself. And a lot of people in my past have abused that, and I've always overextended myself for them, and I'm not doing that anymore. And that frightens some people. And when you put those boundaries in place and people, push those boundaries, then they lose that friendship and that loyalty. And once they realize, I don't have that love and support from you anymore, that's when they come back, and that's when they think, oh, maybe I messed up. But I'm to the point in my life where that's happened enough where it doesn't take as much for me to just be totally fine with losing people in my life. And that's not to say I have any ill feelings towards them or ill intentions. I don't wish badly upon anyone. But, if somebody chooses to leave my life and I'm okay with it, then, they can't be upset with my reaction, because that is a decision they made. And that is not my responsibility to, make myself, disrespect myself by going out of my way to make them more comfortable with the decision they chose, if that makes sense. And that just happens all the time, especially in friendships. I found, I have a good few stable friends that I've had, especially Laura, I've had since before 2020. So, if she saw me then, she's stuck with me now. She's my number one go-to human being. I absolutely adore her, and she's perfect in every way, shape, or form. And I'm the most loyal friend. I will go to bat for any one of my friends for anything. I am constantly asking, how are you doing? What can I do to make your day better? What are the 3 best things that's happened to you today? All of those things to let the people in my life know how much I love and appreciate them and care about them. And you should also be receiving that. You should know your self-worth, and you should respect yourself to not push your own boundaries. For instance, if there's somebody in your life who is, bothering you or making you uncomfortable or not treating you the way that you feel you should be treated, you don't have to go out of your way to make them more comfortable. you don't have to reach out or, find closure with them if you don't want to. If you do, that's fine. I used to want to reach out and, find a little bit of closure and just make things neutral before kind of, just like not really talking anymore and, just kind of going our separate ways. I used to want to have that comfortable air first, but now I'm to the point where, if things are finished, that's kind of the end of the book. That's the chapter's been written and there's no need to return. And that is totally okay. Like, you don't have to go out of your way, to make the situation feel a little bit easier. If you feel more comfortable just walking away and turning a blind eye, then you do that. And there's nothing wrong with that. Some people find that uncomfortable, and that's okay. Everyone's different. But, after this has happened so many times, you kind of learn what is the best for you, because that is what's most important. And nobody knows you like you do. Nobody can tell you what you want and what you need. That is for you to figure out on your own time. And it does take a lot of time. There are people in our lives who will stand with us, and there are people who are meant to be in our lives for short periods of time, long periods of time, whatever that is. You kind of understand later in life, if maybe not right now, but if there are people in your life who are hurting you, maybe later in your life you'll understand that was an important life lesson I learned, or, I needed those people in that moment, and that's okay. It takes time to figure these things out, and I think there's too much of stigma around boundaries, because it's a very important thing to have, and everyone should, try and figure out theirs, make them known, and don't let people disrespect you in your life, because you are worth loving, and you should be respecting yourself, and others should be respecting you, because the energy you put out, you will receive, and I wholeheartedly believe that. So I just wanted to, do a quick little message. I could talk about this forever. I don't really have the space in my storage, but yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. Let me know if you want to talk about other things like this, because these are the things that I'm the most passionate about, is mental health and standing up for yourself, because no one else is going to do it for you. You have to do it, and you have to be able to take care of yourself before you can take care of others. You cannot fully let someone into your life if you don't 100% love yourself. And I know that's cringy, but it's true. If you're not able to be alone by yourself and you have to constantly be around friends, that is something that you should probably work on. I get it. I was there for the majority of my life, but you're going to be with yourself forever. So you got to learn to live with yourself and like yourself. And you can't, fully love others and let them in if you don't fully love yourself and appreciate yourself for who you are, because you are special, you are one of a kind, and you are unique, and you are worth loving. And that is my message for tonight. I love you all. And I hope you have a wonderful weekday or weekend or whatever it is. Stay safe out there. Bye, friends. Love ya.